Today we are reviewing a set based off of Avengers Endgame. It is Captain America Outriders Attack. The set number is 76123. The recommended building ages is 6 and up. It has 167 pieces. Retails for $19.99 US dollars and has a 12 cents per piece, as well as 4 minifigures and a build representing a motorcycle. So let's get into the set, starting with the minifigures to see how it's. Alright, so talking about Avengers Endgame Cap, he is in the Quantum Realm suit, which all the main Avengers for this wave are in this suit. So I will be going into full detail in this set on the design alone, and I will refer back to this in future videos. But talking about the specific stuff to Cap first, we do get the standard round shield mode that we've been getting since 2012 with Cap, except for this time it's molded in a silver color and then it's printed on this side, which helps it helps avoid the problem in the past of the white on the shield being kind of pink when it wasn't printed correctly, and helps have the coloration on the back of it being silver. But talking about the other thing that is new to him, he's got this nice new cowl mold for his helmet, which the Lego fans have been wanting for him ever since the beginning, and it also helps get the wings on his head on, because that is a detail that's been missing on Cap since the beginning. He's got the nice A. It's all printed on, and I assume they made it generic enough so they can reuse it in the future on other characters. But removing it, we can get a good look at the head, and that is a great likeness to Chris Evans on both sides, and he does have a second expression which is more angry, which that's how it looks like with the cowl on. They are nice faces, but the Cap has a problem that has been appearing throughout the year of the head just being printed onto a dark plastic and not coming out like it's supposed to. So that is a problem that we've seen on many characters now throughout 2019, but it is still a nice design for the head of Cap. Now, going over the Quantum Realm suit, you got fairly basic designs, but if the light catches it right, you can see all these nice little details inside the dark gray areas of just overall suit detail. And my thoughts are, it's not that Lego was lazy, it's that Marvel just wasn't giving them enough to work with, because they didn't want the movie to be spoiled ahead of time, so they just gave the toy companies the Quantum Realm suits to work off of and make toys. So that's why most of this wave had all the Avengers in their Quantum Realm suits, which is a shame, but that's part of making toys based off of future movies. And that does it for Cap for this set. Okay, so this version of the Outrider is not exclusive to this set, but it does come in one other Avengers Endgame set, but this is the cheapest way to get it. It is the same exact Outrider torso and head that we got last year in the Infinity War sets, and there is the back head and torso printing. No leg printing, unfortunately. The only difference with this version of the Outrider is it has this has the Wolverine claws in gold, and it has this new shoulder attachment piece which has spikes on one side, which was introduced in the Lego Movie 2 sets earlier this year. And that does it for this version of the Outrider. And for the final two figures of the set, we do get this variant of the Outrider with 4 big arms with the gold Wolverine claws at the end of them. And this variant is exclusive to this set, and it is nice that we get 2 of them. I'm not going to take the back piece off because it's the same torso and head as the other Outrider, but these are nice figures, and it's nice to get some variety of these Outriders, so it's not just the same figure just tossed into every set. But that does it for the minifigures. So let's take a look at the build of Marvel wasn't giving toy companies much to work with for Endgame, so most of the toy companies had either work off concept art or just make stuff up wholesale to sell toys and sets, which happens a lot in the toy industry. But this motorcycle is very nicely designed. I will give it that. The build was pretty straightforward. It's got a really cool Technic frame, which gives it a little bit of a rake. They do use the Power Blast pieces that were introduced last year, but unlike the sets from last year, they do actually integrate all of them in instead of just leaving it. One problem I do have with the build of this set though is the bright red and the blue showing through. I know why Lego tends to use bright colors to make the building easier, but I normally like when they cover it up and not leave it all exposed like this. So that's a point against it. It's very nicely designed. It does have 3 stickers. You get the Avengers A one right there, and then on either side on these Nexo shield pieces you do get this sticker, and it's flipped on the other side too. This right here is one of the play features. It is a kickstand in case you want to leave it like that. It'll fold away too, because this thing is kind of top heavy a little bit. And it does have a shooting play feature. That's what these red things, knobs, indicate. It's just a launching disc feature, so you can take a Outrider here and just push this in and it'll shoot the disc out. And I missed that time, but it is this round 2x2 round tile with the Avengers A. It is not exclusive to this set. It's used in one other set, but it is nice to get that printed piece, and you can just reload it whenever. Just push it in and fire away, and you do get 2 slots for that to shoot out. Other play feature that this cycle has is, weirdly, you can remove the guns on either side of it, and you can give it to Cap if you want to. It's even a play feature that is shown on the back of the box that you can do. So you can remove either of the blasting guns on the front and give it to Cap if you want to. I don't really see the point of that, but it is a play feature included nonetheless. So there that is. The last thing I'm going to talk about is Cap being able to sit in the front and pilot this thing. So you have this nice seat right here for him to sit down. It's It's using that new 2x2 with half studs, which makes it fairly easy to get him in and out. And then you can alter his hands to put it on the handlebar. But a really nice thing that LEGO did here, which I always appreciate them doing, is they put a clip here to hang Cap's shield on. So you can have Cap's shield be right there when you're not having them hold it, which I always appreciate and encourage LEGO doing this, because kids lose things all the time and that gives a place to storage it. But that does it for the build. Let's move on to the box instructions, extra pieces, and then wrap up this video. So taking a look at the Outriders Attack box, we have the general layout of the Avengers Endgame wave with a nice picture of the set, the specs, the branding, the minifigure selection. On this side here, we have concept art of all the Avengers in their new costumes for the movie, with Cap being the most prominent, and that switches between all the sets, as you will see throughout the reviews. Big Avengers A in the corner there. Of course, we have Cap and Cap alone, sporting the actual size reference. And then the back of the box displays all the play features that I've gone over with the set. And that does it for the box. Alright, so looking at the instructions, it's fairly basic. We got as always, we got a shot of the set. We have the QR code for the LEGO Life app, so you can digitally download it. And the instructions are fairly easy and straightforward. We have 47 pages of building, and then there's a advertisement for the LEGO Life app, as well as a cross-sell for some of the sets in the Endgame wave, along with an advert for LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2. There is the parts inventory and the win on the back. One thing I will note is that for this set, my instructions were shoved into the box. I tried to straighten out as much as I could, but that does it for the instructions. Alright, the extra pieces for this set are fairly basic. We get a couple of Technic pieces, an extra black pistol piece, extra 1x1 blue plate, an extra exo arm, couple trans orange stud, trans red tile stud, an extra gold Wolverine claw, which is nice. And we do get one extra one of the round 1x1 tiles for extra ammunition, and that is nice to get that as an extra piece due to it being printed. But that does it for the extra pieces for that set. To start going over the final verdict for the Captain America Outriders Attack set. First, we are going to talk about the build of the set. So the build of the set was very quick and easy, very technic heavy to get the wheels in place, but very necessary. I do appreciate the accessory storage, and all the play features are nicely integrated, even the ridiculous guns that are removable for Cap to have. Downsides are all the colors that are showing through, which again I don't mind as long as LEGO covers them up. But here it's kind of hard to look at when you look at the set from the bottom or the sides. So all in all, the build of this set is gonna get a 3.5 out of 4. Into the minifigure section, good inclusions all around. I do appreciate that 3 out of the 4 minifigures are exclusive, and they are all variants. Cap is particularly well done. I do admire the variants for the Outriders instead of just getting basic generic ones. So the minifigure selection is going to get a 2 out of 2. For the quality, the instructions were shoved in, and just Cap's head of that reoccurring problem that LEGO's been having all year, of the head not being, the flesh color not being very well defined on the head. So quality is going to get a 1 out of 2 for me. Lastly, price. The price per piece, as you saw in the opening, was 12 cents, which could be attributed to the large tires, the extra minifigure, the overall larger pieces generally tend to bump up the price a little bit. And I feel like this set is very well priced. It is a $20 set, and you do get the bang for your buck. But if you want to buy it at a discounted price, I wouldn't begrudge you. So it is going to score a 1 out of 2 points, which leads to the final score overall for the set. It is going to receive a 7.5 out of 10. I really like this set, and I encourage you to buy it, especially if you are a big fan and want all the Endgame sets. This is definitely a worthy set to buy for kids to play with or for adults to collect for the figures. But that does it for this video, so I will keep building sets to review for you guys.